God. Total fuckery. I apologize. I'm literally 2 hours late. I'm so sorry. Hello. Oh, it has been forever. I am just... Life is kicking my ass. Anyone else? Anyone else? Life happens. Indeed. Yes. Oh, Lord. Thank you for your lateness. Anytime. Trinity. Okay. So. Oh, ass is kicked. That's funny. Yeah, just... But you know, we're trying. Still grateful, absolutely. Life said you can do it, and then it went... I just feel totally like I have like a hand and leg tied to the wall, and then life is like, do normal things, be normal. But welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. And I apologize again for being literally 2 hours late. It's been a bit... Yes, thank you. I'm growing it out. I'm trying to grow it to like the top of the boob. Because when it was shorter, I felt like I looked like crazy. Hope everyone is doing well. I definitely really miss these meditations. But life happens, and I genuinely had no time to even think about even wiping my ass. So I'd rather glad I waited, because these are helpful for me. So I guess let's just get into this, because these lives are always saved here on the Amarillo Projects page. So, okay, let's just give it a go. I'm gonna take my rings off. Anything constricting? All right. Thank you for everyone for joining. Okay. Right, go ahead. Get yourself into a nice comfortable position. Whether you're sitting crisscross applesauce like me, want to sit in a yogi's pose. If you want to sit with your back against the wall, with your legs nice and just relaxed in front of you, if you're lying on your back. Whatever you need to do. Taking our first inhale through the nose, that's the sinuses, so releasing it out of our mouth. Nice, deep, lengthened mouth. Just starting to get a sense of our breath. Feeling the rib cage and the sternum just open up. Really huffing those breaths out. Feeling that almost dragon fire breath in the back of our throats. And when you're ready, just closing your eyes. If life has been kicking your ass like it's been kicking mine, sometimes it's important to be very, very alert and aware of the body in a way that's not exactly gentle, but we can be compassionate and also extremely present to the point with our bodies that it involves physical touch, grabbing, feeling the skin, pressing the temples in gently, and just activating the surface that is affected first, if that makes any sense. The skin is the largest organ in the body. We put it through a lot, different textures it touches every day. It protects everything going on the inside of our bodies. And it's sometimes just helpful just to, just like when someone scratches your back or plays with your hair. Releasing the shoulder blades down the spine, making it feel like there's somebody just gently pressing their hands on your shoulders, on your upper back, just so you can relax the back, opening up our throats, relaxing our tongues so that's not pressed to the roof of our mouth. Thank you for squinching, squeezing our eyes closed, just nice and relaxed, present in our bodies, making sure that our spine, we're not curving the spine in any way. It's nice and straight and relaxed. The hands are relaxed at our sides. Feeling that moment of connection with self start to soothe our environment around us. Starting to calm the breath and deepen the breath. And on our next inhale through the nose, keeping the breath in our chest for a few seconds. And on the exhale, we're going to exhale with a all the way out. Holding the breath at the top of the inhale and exhaling with a one more of those. Inhaling. Holding the breath, releasing the shoulder blades down and exhaling with a beautiful. Keep checking in if you feel your heart's beating. Notice how when the heart beats, it actually feels like a ripple effect through the body. See how far that ripple, that vibration can go. Maybe it can reach the tips of your fingers, and maybe you can start feeling the blood pumping there, or in your toes, or in your head, in your stomach. Just becoming aware of how connected the spirit and the body is. Lifting the chin up just ever so slightly, so we open up the heart, the chest, the sternum just a little bit. Again, relaxing our shoulder blades, almost like there's honey melting down our backs. Meditation to me, and I am not a licensed meditationist, it's not really about quieting the mind and not thinking, but it's a beautiful time just to acknowledge what thoughts should have space and should not have space. What thoughts dictate our moods? What thoughts trigger our emotions? What thoughts inspire us? What thoughts make us feel safe? What thoughts make us feel secure? What thoughts make us feel insecure? What thoughts make us feel loved? What thoughts make us feel anxious? We're having to constantly do so much. Making sure that your breaths, try to focus on the inhale in this meditation today. See how much you can fill your stomach and your lungs up. And then controlling the exhale so it's not like a huff out. It's a nice, deep exhale. And just taking inventory of how you're feeling, how your body's feeling. No matter where you're at, no matter what position you're in, you deserve to take a break. And almost as if there is a fog in your brain, if that's what it feels like, I want you to picture a tiny light You can see through the fog. And as we walk closer with each step, with each intentional step, the light starts to become more piercing, more strong. Walking through the fog, the confusion of life, the confusion of this moment in time, in the world. The light just keeps getting bigger and brighter. Until all of a sudden the fog is completely gone. And we're stood right in front of this beautiful fluorescent light. And this light warms our body. It calls us home. It reminds us that we are not alone. Just stand there in front of the light. And all of that glory and all of that wonderful feeling of reconnection with self. The fog is behind you. You are not in danger. You are safe, and you're home. Whenever we hear those thoughts that start to fog up our brain, to start confusing us as to how we should respond in situations that might be triggering, instead of seeing them as monsters, which they feel like, maybe we should just see them as gnats. Little tiny annoying flies that go away when you swat your hand. Something very small. The brain is so powerful, it knows how to make something small turn into something big. And then that big thing turns into an emotional reaction or toxic behavior we have or anxiety. It's a connection, it's a leeway into something that just does not serve our body, does not serve our psychological state. So as you sit in this light, as you stand in front of this light, basking in it, just take into account how it feels to be seen by something so big and wonderful, something that is powerful and also comforting, something that's not scary, but that's every day. We can always have access to this light. It is always at our disposal. You can't run out of it. You can't run away from it. And you can't dim it. You can't make it go away. It's not something that you deserve. It's something that's always there for you. Maybe you needed that reminder today. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Holding that breath in the chest, nice and softly controlling every connection that we have. Inhale to exhale and exhaling through the mouth. All the way out, all the way out. One more inhale through the nose. Slow and controlled, holding that breath in the chest and the stomach. Lifting our chin a little bit to the sky and then exhaling through an open mouth. All the way. We have to remember the constants in life in order to feel confident and secure in our own love. We can't depend on other people to make us happy. We can't depend on a job or a passion project or you name it. We can always depend on ourselves because we are a lot more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. You are a lot more powerful than you give yourself credit for. This body of yours that sits here in this position during this meditation, going through what you're going through, look how far it's come. Look how far you've come. Remembering too that you cannot push the light away. It's always there for you. That makes me feel a little less frightened, a lot more secure. And when you're ready, just bringing both of our hands to our chest, to the heart. It's skin-to-skin connection that reminds us that this body carries and does so much for us. And as much as we want to believe that our spirit is in our bodies, it's just not true. Our bodies live in our spirit. It's the space around us. It's the magical air that covers our bodies as we continue this wonderful, crazy journey called life. This aura you have, whatever aura you have, whatever light you have, it does not go away. It does not dim. It doesn't become dull. It is always there for you. In the darkest times of your life, when you need the light to shine into something that's scary, into the face of a thought or a monster that tries to trigger something in you, does not help you, just remember that this light that you have is a constant. This heart that we're touching right now is beating, it's strong, and it's keeping us here to continue to have us learn these wonderful lessons in life that aren't easy, that are like medicine to us. On this next inhale, I'm going to bring both of our hands in the air, stretching our hands to the sky, flipping your palms up to reach to face the ceiling or the sky, and exhaling, lowering the hands back into our lap. The chest should be nice and open, the chin slightly raised, facing the sky, shoulder blades down, stomach relaxed, eyelids relaxed. In this last moment of this meditation, I just want you to ponder over the answer to this question. How can you show up for yourself today? How can you show up for yourself today? Knowing and remembering now that the light that you have inside of you has the power to really heal a lot of things in our life. How can you show up for yourself today? We'll take an inhale through the nose, holding it in our chest for 1 second, and then inhaling through the nose as well. Slow and controlled. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. All the way out, all the way out. Let's do one more. This one with the intention. On the exhale, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. One more inhale through the nose. Nice deep breath, holding in our chest for 1 second at the top, and then inhaling through the nose. Letting it all out, all out. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. My feet are asleep. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. Like ice cubes. Oh, God. Well done, everyone. Well done. It got so dark here during that. That was weird. Well done. I haven't meditated in quite some time, so thank you all for joining me. I know life is kicking a lot of asses right now, but you know what? It always will. We just have to remember that we have a lot. How can I say this? A lot of the work that we feel like we need to do. My bad. I will say this. I feel like this generation, maybe it's not this generation, but others, has this weird idea of like trying to catch up to a version of ourselves that we're not yet, which I think is extremely unhelpful. Like, oh, I'll be how do I be a better me? It's like I gotta do these things, and it's like if you're constantly learning, then there's no such thing as a better you insinuates that you are not the best you can be now. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. Like, oh, when I learn how to get rid of this toxic behavior that I have, then I will be a good person. I think we need to start looking at ourselves as, rather than a competitor against ourselves, like a relay race partner, you know, like somebody's running with me. Oh, it's myself. Rather than, oh, there's this imaginary version of myself that I made up, and it's 5 kilometers away. I have to race and do what I can to get to that version of myself. I never like feeling like I'm less than wonderful, if that makes sense. So, yeah, lockdown is doing a number on my mental health, so I really need this to reset my mind. Yeah, I apologize. It's been really rough. It's been really rough, but you know what? Moments like this where people can connect, I just think that's so important. I'm sending all of you so much love, and I hope that these moments of connection, these meditations do more than just relax you. I hope that they remind you that a lot of the work that we are trying to always constantly do in ourselves, it's a lot simpler than we make it out to be sometimes. I got this, I put this on Instagram the other day, but some of the best advice I ever heard was, don't try to love harder, just become love. And that's really got me thinking. I've like extremely existential thinking about that, because that is such an easy, it sounds like such a simple solution, but then you think of all the things in us. For me, like, what are the things in you that you feel like you can't, like, we love people so hard and we love doing things, but why is it so difficult for humans to point that love to ourselves? That's the hardest thing. That's why I respond sometimes out of insecurity and anger, because I don't know how to love myself, that version of myself, as much. So if I just become love, then all of a sudden I feel I'm in a better position of being self-compassionate and having grace for those versions of myself that are maybe a little rougher on the edges. And that's fine, because we are human and we're not supposed to know everything. We're not supposed to understand the consciousness of the universe, or else, you know, there wouldn't really be a journey in life. We'd all just be robots. So if you leave with anything today after this chaotic meditation that I did not plan for, well, I would just say, just imagine yourself being surrounded, like all of this space around our body. Just imagine that being the most warm, nurturing light you can imagine, because that's just genuinely the truth. We have to start thinking of our space literally as how we carry ourselves, rather than also just the space we live in. I love you all. I'm glad to be back in New York. I have a lot of concerts coming up in the next month, so I really, really, really want this to be a thing again every week. Hopefully it will be. I will update you, and I will not be 2 hours fucking late like I was today. That was so bad. But yeah, become love. I love that. I mean, that's a very simple, easy way for like a 15-volume thing of books that we can learn about. But love you all. Boracay in the Philippines. Salamat. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you all here at this meditation again for the next one. And in the meantime, sending you all lots of love. Please take care of yourselves. Go drink a lot of water. And, I don't know, watch something funny. Okay. Bye, everyone.